Welcome back, I'm Tedward, and today we've got the 2021 Jaguar F-Type R. It is a brutal monster with a 5-liter supercharged V8 making all of the torque. It looks the part. It's a little subtle in this color. It's sort of a brown color. Actually, my buddy PTSRS just got a Cayman, a 981 Cayman that looks very similar to this, but you can tell we have not been nice to it. Look at how dirty this thing has gotten. We've been driving the perimeter of Michigan on a road trip for our buddy Charlie Dreyer. We've brought out 4 incredible cars. We've got the Mini Cooper JCW, the M4 Competition X-Drive convertible, and the LC500 convertible. Right now, we're getting a taste of this Jag. It's a little wet out, so, we've got to be a little cautious about where we're putting power down because this all-wheel drive system, although very clever, will still get quite sideways on you. The interior is to die for. Look at this beautiful leather. And I'm already getting it wet. But man, oh man, these seats do hold you in quite nicely. Let's have a look under the hood. There she is, the classic Jag. Supercharged V8. We know this, very familiar from our Range Rover lineup, but you know what? This does all of the work in a sports car. It's kind of funny though. Look how high up this engine is. It literally sits above the car. It's pretty wild. This is not some low slung thing, and I'd imagine that's probably to handle all of the all-wheel drive bits as well, but it's doing its job, and it feels pretty balanced despite its appearance up here. Trunk space is at a minimum, but it'll do the job. There's kind of an awkwardly shaped cubby down here that you can kind of wedge things into, and we've done all right on this road trip so far, making it all work. So let's take it for a drive, and actually we're going to go back in time to where I started because I did this intro after the drive. Let's get this roof down. I think the boys are ready to roll. The Topher sounding in good shape. All right, there's Topher and substitute Topher packing up the M4. We don't have heated seats. We do have a heated steering wheel. We're gonna do our best to stay warm while we bark like monsters through a tunnel of trees. Now we're gonna go have some fun waking the dead. No problem catching our buddy Charlie Dreyer of Daily Motor and Winding Road Magazine. This is just so incredible today. So it's a bit stiff, but it's not scary. The only thing about this car, there's 2 things that make me a little uneasy in this car. One is the steering. Dear. So the steering makes me a little uneasy because it's light. It's light steering. And then the brakes, they're great brakes, but you gotta dig for them. The first bite, not pleasant. And that's not the best thing in the world when you've just seen a deer cross your path. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes out for that. Amazing when you get into the throttle. You can really feel this rear end hunker down. It just tightens up. It's a beautiful thing. Paddle shifters are plastic. It's a bummer. This car's like $122,000. Should not be plastic. Fun on the rev limiter, of course. All of the unnecessary downshifts and upshifts just to hear the exhaust crackles in this thing. It's a bit wet. You got to be cautious on these off-camber downhills. Yikes. such a point and shoot car. It's pretty incredible. Digging into that camber. I'm just trying to be a little cautious in case there's deer. Holy cow. I gotta say, you can complain about Jag for all kinds of reasons. You can say this car doesn't have certain things that it should have for the money, like heated seats maybe. But when it comes to driving dynamics, it's actually really fun. And it's luxurious at the same time. I think this is an amazing compromise between like kind of that luxury old man car that you can take down to the golf course, I guess if you could fit golf bags in it, and a proper sports car. I wouldn't say this is like a track star, but it's fun and you can definitely hoon it around. I think the power makes up for some of the deficiency that you'd have in the handling department, because holy cow. And you've got to temper yourself. It's a lot of power, and it'll get up to speed quick. And like I said, these brakes are not the most confidence-inspiring things in the world. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! This is just silly. Short shift it, you get like extra brutality. It's crazy. All-wheel drive system does an incredible job of sending enough power to the front to claw you out of those corners. I think this car is so much more drivable as an all-wheel drive thing because of that. Seats doing a reasonable job of holding me in. They're not quite as tight as a Porsche bucket. I'm still moving around in them a bit. Maybe the Jag audience is a little bigger than me. I'm a skinny dude, so. Woo! Low tree. Big puddle. I see an Explorer. I don't like Explorers. Hopefully we don't have to park under a tree. Oh boy. All right, boys and girls, that is the Jaguar F-Type R convertible. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. It's a bright and early morning, much earlier than I'm ever up. This is a very special episode. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.